do not agree to be a stay-at-home wife if your kids are above 5 years old, or if you don't have any health complications. You need to go and hustle. You need to go and make your own money. There comes a time in every woman's life that you will have to make sacrifices. But those sacrifices do not have to result to stupidity. You need to be wise, and you need to voice out your opinions on things, and you need to stand on your feet and say no to something when it doesn't work for you. There is going to be a time in a woman's life where, for instance, you might get pregnant and have a complicated pregnancy, and your doctor might give you a stay-at-home order for you to stay in bed for the whole pregnancy. There might also be a time when you have kids and they are all below the age of 5 years old, and your husband might tell you that you need to stay home to be able to save more money, because child carers, especially on this side of the world, is very expensive. And sometimes you might have an illness, you might have a chronic illness that makes you not being able to perform your normal life duties. So you guys as a couple might decide to just have you stay at home, and it's just what it is. That's why you get married, for better and for worse. And you know, back home in Africa, it's a different story, because back home you have helps. How much are helps? There are some people that in a month they pay their helps 15,000, 30,000, 35,000. That's even for those that are kind. And what the helps get to do, the help gets to do the whole family's laundry, including the child's laundry. The help gets to cook. The help gets to do everything. But on this side of the world, in Europe, in the diaspora here, you know, everything is so expensive. You can easily find yourself paying a child carer $2,000 every month, or 1/8, depending on what are your demands. It doesn't make any sense, because in each relationship, everyone has how much they make. Maybe you might have a husband that makes maybe $4,000 every month, or $5,000, and you, the woman, maybe you're making 3,000 or maybe 3,500 or something every month, or you might also make 5,000. But when you get the money, first of all, you have to care for the kids and all that stuff. Like I said, you have to buy the diapers, buy their food, and we all know that kids can be very expensive. Now you have the child minder that you have to pay, and imagine a child minder taking $2,000 from your salary and all that stuff. At the end of the day, you, the woman working, might become useless, because you're just tiring yourself. You're just making yourself tired for no reason. And sometimes those child minders, they have issues. You don't know what they're doing to your kids. So why not just take those first 5 years of your child's life, of your children's life, to just be at home, nurture them, you know, installing them whatever you want to install in them, do whatever you want to do with them. Then later on, now maybe after 5 years, 6 years, you can go back to work, get back to your normal life, you know. With that, I have no issue. If your husband comes to you and say, okay, honey, there's no point of you working right now, because there's no point. You're just making yourself tired. You're just frustrated. Then you come home. You have to attend to these kids who are fighting. We don't have who to leave the kids with and everything. We cannot keep using my sister to stay with the kids. My sister too has to have her own life. We cannot keep using mom. You know what I mean? So you just have to stay home. You have to make the sacrifice and stay home for those few years. That one is pretty understandable. Another one, like I said, is health issues. If you're sick, then you can stay home. If you have a complicated pregnancy, then you can stay home. But my ladies, you have to be able to tell your man no when the staying at home has nothing to do with those previous things that I mentioned. If your man just tells you that, I do believe that I'm making enough money for both of us, so you just have to stay home. Or maybe let's say your kids are already past 5 years old, and he's still telling you that you just have to stay home. Or some of them are very rude, because for me, I take that as rudeness. I don't take that as joyful or prideful or something. No. Some men are very rude. Some men will come and tell you that, how much are you even making? Is it 5,000? Is it 3,000? I'm going to give it to you every end of the month. No. Me working has nothing to do with me getting paid 3,000, 5,000 every end of the month. No. Me working is for my own mental well-being. Me working, I need to work my neurons. I wasn't born to come here and just be in your home, washing dishes, cleaning the walls, cooking your food, and being on Netflix. No, I wasn't born for that. Because some men, you find a lady that maybe has a CPA in accounting and all that stuff, you find her working, but you just want to control her. You know, I call them psychopaths. You know, some men, they make you feel like they're in love with you and everything. That's why I say, Some men, they don't marry you because they love you. They make you feel like, oh, this and this, I love you and everything. But some of them is because maybe they have seen you. Maybe you were all self-content, you were self-made and everything. And for them, it's like an achievement. They say, you know what? I'm going to put this girl under my roof. And I'm going to show her that she's not a man. So men just have that complex. I'm going to show her that she's not a man. She's going to do things the way I want her to do it. Let her just make the mistake and say to me that, yes, I do. Then she's going to see. Some men are like that. Then they take you, they put you in their house, and they want to stop everything that you have been doing. You have to say no to that. You giving me my salary at the end of every month doesn't mean anything to me. No. Let me go and make my money. Let me go and make that money. I need to socialize. I need to work on my brain cells. I need to keep that brain active. An idle mind is a very dangerous place to be. You cannot be idle, just idle like that. Every day you're just sleeping, waking up, cleaning, cooking. After a while, you're going to become a mumu. You'll be a mumu. Your brain is going to start frying away. You're going to be a fool. You need to go and work. You need to keep yourself busy. You know, especially if you're the type of person that stays home and you don't like reading, you don't like watching the news, you don't socialize that much. Because in Africa, you can even say you socialize because you go out, you interact. There's so many people to interact with. You know, your mates come and visit you. You might be a housewife, but your old colleagues come and visit you and update you on things. But in Canada here, in America here, no socializing. You are done for work, you come home and everything. If you're a stay-at-home wife, nobody comes to visit you. You're just going to be between your four walls in your home and nothing is going on for you. You'll be on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram. That's not educative. You need to do something with yourself. Another reason why I say you shouldn't accept being a housewife if you don't have all those responsibilities is because we all know that, especially our black men, African men, we all know that our men, you can never truly trust them. You know, if your husband gets to pass away and he doesn't have any kids out there, then you'll be like, damn, my husband was actually, you know, he might have cheated on me or whatever, but he actually respected me. But most African men, black men, most of them, as they are married to you, they are out there having kids. And it's when they die, they'll be telling you how they have money. They have money for both of you. It's when they die now, you're going to see one person, one child that's going to come without his buck tooth at the front here. That they don't even need to tell you that it's his child. You just know that it's his child. Because he has the same buck tooth as his father. Some of them, they will line up 19 for them. Maybe you have 5 with them, 4. You go and find out that they have 19 outside. If your husband left 3 million and you have 5 kids with him and he had 19 outside, what kind of inheritance is that? So you spent your whole life not working, being a housewife, thinking that he's going to leave millions. Then you get to find out that he has left 3 million, 5 million, and he has 19 kids, including your 5. That's 24. Maybe he only left 1 or 2 houses. And sometimes even the houses that he even left, none of them were bought in your name. Everything is in his name. And when he ends up closing his eyes, you have some siblings that will come and fight. Even his boxers, they'll come and fight to take his boxers from you. So what was the point of you staying home? Maybe after that 5 million, the money that you end up collecting out of it, after they are done sharing it to all his kids, maybe you are going to end up with 100,000 or 200,000. What is 200,000 for retirement money? What is 200,000? Money that if you were working in your field of work, you could have ended up with maybe 700,000, or maybe even if you only have 500,000, you have properties in places, you have investments in places that will be channeling money into your bank account. But you just stayed idle. One person told you that stay idle, you stayed idle, and you did nothing about yourself. You just stayed there and say, my husband said I should stay home now. No, don't do that. Some men, when they tell you not to work too, it's because some of you, you have some amazing features. Some of you, you're very athletic. When you go to the gym and do those deadlifts, those squats, when they look at your butt, it looks like what? Some of you, your faces, your facial features, you're really beautiful naturally. When you wear makeup now, you'll be looking like a porn star. When he knows that any man that sees you, the man will be playing movies in his head. So he doesn't want you to be going to the office every day for men to be complimenting you, for men to be looking at you and all that stuff. That's why he's telling you to stay home. And that is not healthy. Say no. If you know that that's your husband's issue, he doesn't just want people to compliment you, he's just jealous by nature, tell him no. And if he says that, okay, if you don't want to stay home, we'll divorce. If you don't have kids, you divorce, you go your way. Or even if you have kids, if you feel like, okay, you can take care of your kids, you leave him and go, because that's not healthy. Being with somebody should be able to make you grow. You guys should help each other grow together. Not that you marry somebody and you want to kill all the person's dreams. Your parents didn't send you in school to come and play janitorial role in a man's house. Every day, whole day you're cleaning. When you have a master's degree, when you have a PhD. What is that? What are you doing? Say no to that. Do not be a stay-at-home wife. And even if you agree that, okay, your husband is going to be giving you an allowance every month, maybe he tells you that I'll be giving you 20,000 every month. If you choose to be a stay-at-home woman, take that 20,000. Do not consume more than 20,000. Use maybe 3,000 in a month, especially if he's already paying for the food at home. He's paying for everything. What else are you buying? That money is basically just for you to go shopping and do your things. You want to be spending 3,000 every month? Come on. Spend some and keep some. And don't just stay like that. Even if you're staying at home, like in Africa, I've seen women. You see, they are living in mansions, but you see the woman is selling pop-off. She will have a sign at her gate. She is selling pop-off. She's selling frozen yogurt. She is being a hairdresser from home. Yes, do those things. Be collecting whatever money he's giving you and still be doing something. Because one day, one babe out there will just get our money and just go and use kayamata on your husband. It's not every source where your husband will go and be dipping your dumpling there that he's going to exit the dipping. Sometimes the dipping where the dumpling will go, it's not going to return. So women, they're going to be putting incantations. They'll be talking to their vagina. Hey, I want this man. When you come and enter it, he will get stuck. I want you to. He's not going to return to you. In this life, you have to expect everything because this life is not balanced. You need to shine your eye. Don't just stay like that and just stay. Sometimes your husband might love you, but they have vultures out there. They have eagles. They are seeing that your husband is making money. Your husband is good to you. They will just take it upon themselves to say, I will show that lady something. They don't understand that, okay, let me sleep with that man and just return that man because I'm already enjoying her things. The man is already giving me money and everything. He has kids. Let me just return him to his family. At the end of the day, I'll leave him alone. So women, they want to destroy everything. They'll go and see a Zibia. They'll go and take rotten meat, put in their vagina for 3 days so that it can give them some powers. That's why you always need to be on the safe side. Not to find yourself one day when you already have 4 or 5 kids. You see your husband one day, he'll just return from work. You just see him entering the bedroom, carrying his bag, putting his boxers, everything, leave you behind. You'll be like, honey, what is happening? I'm leaving you. I don't love you anymore. I don't love you. That is the kayamata that's working on him. That is the juju that is working on him. So you're never safe as a woman. Always go and make your own money. In Africa, there are many reasons why a man can come and tell the wife that, honey, I don't want you to work anymore. Because in Africa, it's very easy for a man to find a job that's going to pay him 500,000 a month, 400,000 a month, 300,000. But a woman, even when you find a job that pays you common 100,000, if you go check in that office, she's going to abuse every day. Either they're sexually molesting her, they are bullying her, they are verbally abusing her every day, they don't respect her rights and everything. She has to go through her day to survive at her workplace. Then the mom will look at her and be like, okay, honey, every day you come home and complain. This thing is not healthy. For how are you going to keep doing that? For the next 15 years, if you keep complaining like that, one day you will die. So how about you just stay at home? It's not worth it. My salary is 300,000. We'll manage. And you know that back home, if you're renting, you rent yearly, then throughout that year, you hustle to make money again for the next rent and for whatever you're supposed to do again in your life. But on this side of the world, you rent monthly. Every day you have to be looking for 1.4, 1.5, 1.8, and it's monthly pressure. Even when you buy a house, it's mortgage. Back home, it's very easy to own a house. Some of them, their parents leave them properties. All they have to do is they just move in there with their wives after married, and it's finished. They just move on with their life. You can stay home. Do not agree to be a stay-at-home wife if your kids are above 5 years old, or if you don't have any health complications. You need to go and hustle. You need to go and make your own money. That mom might tell you today that just stay at home and I love you and everything. Yes, you're going to make it a routine. Every day you're going to get up. You're going to be like, okay, now that I have excess time for myself, today you're going to buy red lingerie. Every day that he'll come home, you'll be doing porn star role for him every day. As soon as he comes home, you're hanging like this on the door. You're on the door like this. Oh yeah, baby. He's going to be happy for 1 year. Then he's going to be tired because everything in excess is tiring. Every day you're posing different posts. He's going to find you useless. A time is going to come, he's going to get tired of you. And when that tiredness enter, you're going to cry. You will not know what it is to be a housewife until your husband is going to call you a useless entity for asking him money for little things like sanitary pads. You will not know how it's going to feel. One day you're going to come and say, honey, there's no salt in the house. He's just going to look at you like this. He doesn't even need to talk. Just the look. You will understand that you have passed the level of uselessness. That's why it's very necessary for you to work. And for a marriage to survive, your partner has to always be in danger. Especially if you're maintaining yourself, when you're stepping out there, he always has to be like, my woman is too beautiful. Somebody can just take her from me. Danger always has to be there for that sweetness to be there in a marriage. Not every day when you come and ask me, what did you do today? I woke up now. I woke up at 11 a.m. I made breakfast. Then I watched Tinder Swindler on Netflix. Then, I went on live stream on my laptop. Then I watched Chucky. You know that sometimes I go here, it will not stream. Sometimes the stream will be so busy, so I have to wait and watch it at 2 p.m. You want to spend your whole life doing that rubbish? You want to spend your whole life telling your husband how you wash Chucky and how you wash dishes? Even for your kids, it's not good. Because your kids see you being a housewife and all that stuff. Yes, they will not understand that you were a housewife because daddy had money. They'll find it so easy to go and stay under a man's roof, even under an abuser man's roof. Just because mommy did it, so I can do it too. No. And being idle is going to make you sick. Not just see, for example, even this pandemic right now. Prior to the pandemic, people used to say how, I just wish, even me, I used to say that they'll just give you 1 full week that you will just sleep. 1 full week apart from your normal holiday. You will just sleep and just do nothing and just be cruising on the bed. Now the pandemic came. Some people are not working. Some people, they have slept until the sleeping is sleeping them. They don't want to sleep again. Total confusion. A human being is not supposed to be idle. When you're idle, it becomes very dangerous. When you're busy, it keeps you alive. When you stay at home for too long without doing anything, for those of you who don't read, you don't watch the news, you don't even go out to interact with different people. Some of you you start having mental issues. You start becoming aggressive and everything just because you're always indoor. Even if you go for walks and everything, it's not enough to maintain a human. Those 8 hours of your day that you spend out there interacting with different people, cracking your brain on different things, it's very good for your neurons. It's very good for your well-being. Being idle brings sickness. The more you're home, not doing anything, all you do is eat. No, you cannot be idle. You need to work. Yes, the husband is rich, but there's nothing like too much money. No, there can never be too much money. He's working, keep bringing something. Even if he doesn't want it, just keep it in your account. Because that money is always going to be needed. Always have something entering. It's always good to have a safety net. Because like I said, your husband might love you, but there are a lot of people around you that want to destroy you. When somebody says that, okay, they have used sex to see if they can get your husband, they cannot get him. Now they're going to use diabolical ways to put it in their sex to get your husband. And when that happens, you're going to look at him and say, honey, please look at me in the eyes. Remember you told me this. Remember you told me that you love me. But he's not going to understand you because he's far. It's not his fault. He's far away. But you, if you had a backup plan, you can be like, okay, that lady has taken him somewhere else. You cannot go and join diabolical means because you want to fight over your husband. No. All you're going to do is you're going to move on with your life, assist him whenever you can assist him. If he wants to come and see you, will come and see you. All you do is pray for him. And one day God is going to save him from that thing. But there's nothing that you'll be able to do. So do not stay idle. Go out there, hustle. Make your own money. Don't just stay home and be like, oh, my husband has everything. I'm just going to stay home. And you will even lose friends. Because when you don't work, people will not want to associate with you because there's nothing to talk about with you. And some people, when they are working, they don't want to come to their friends' house every day you are home because you guys are not on the same page anymore. You're going to lose friends by you not working. Emotional traumas. For some people, they might even get jealous of you. Every time you go out with your husband, people are going to be throwing shade at you. Look at you. You're not doing anything with yourself. All you do is just stay home and just be there, being a husband's bag. He's dragging you all over the place, calling you illiterate, calling you this, calling you that. When you're not that, some of you guys, you have doctorates, you have all those stuff. But you're just with a man that doesn't understand. That's not how life is. Always find a way to go back to work. Even if you cannot work in the office, find a job in a retail store or something. They're more flexible in those places. Don't just stay idle. Even if you have a degree and everything, at that moment you cannot go back to normal office something. Because some offices, they don't play with their hours. If they say 5, it's 5 p.m. and you know that you cannot leave your kids at school past 5, then you need to talk to your boss and be like, boss, please, they are more flexible. They tell you that, okay, this person has kids, so she's going to be leaving at this time to go pick up her kids. And life is going to be smooth. But don't just stay home. Don't just stay idle doing nothing. So that is all I have to say for today. If you agree with what I said, Comment down below, like, subscribe. If you don't agree to, comment down below and let me know your own point of view. All right, we can agree to disagree. Bye.